Hey, it's John again to play Immaculate Grid. Getting real excited. Couple weeks here till baseball season. It's Saturday. I might play a couple grids today. We'll see how the day shakes out. Did all right yesterday, I think, with a 6 on the rarity score and under a minute. So that was a very solid performance. I don't think there was any crazy surprises from yesterday's game. I did pretty well on whatever that was, grid number 51, I guess. So I might throw grid number 52 down. Who's hit 52 home runs in the season? I think Mark McGuire did in 1996. I think that's right. I think Willie May. No, I might be wrong about. No, Willie Mays did in 1965. I think that's right. I think Willie Mays had a 51 and 52 homer season in his career. There's probably others. George Foster, 1977. Those big home run years, you can remember pretty well. Anyway, let's get into it because nobody has ever hit 349 home runs in a season. I'm not sure if anyone's ever hit 349 home runs exactly, but StatHead will tell us that answer if we want. Let's hit that. So go, and away we go. All right, that's a Todd Zeal comment. That might be pretty rare. That's all right. Kinsler, easy. 30 stolen base. See, he would have worked for that. Let's skip that for a second. Shortstop. How about Jose Reyes? 30 homer season batting. Beltran. 30 homer season batting from a second baseman. Cano. Plays second base, plays shortstop. How about J Bell? Cool. 30-30, Barry Bonds several times. Also going 30-30 was Barry Larkin. And Julio Franco will work here. Can I get it? At minute and 101. The rate score of 70, which is pretty decent. Almost Andrews leading the way there. Man, 30 stolen bases for the Rangers. Apparently 17 options. What if McDowell is one of them? Would it be McDowell? He was fast, I think. 2,880 people have played shortstop and second base in the major leagues. Not surprising. Lots of people play one or the other. 0.1 on Jay Bell. Jay Bell, I just remember because he was the Diamondbacks' original shortstop, but then moved to second base in 1999 and hit 38 home runs. So he also would have worked over here. Um, Only 2% for Beltran on 30. That 2006 season, he had over 40 home runs. Might go with Gilkey on that one. I think Frank Thomas might also work. Our guy, Frank Thomas. And let's stop share and we'll reshare. It's funny when I say like our guy, Frank Thomas, and it's like obviously not the Frank Thomas that everybody thinks of. Sorry, Frank, you only played for 3 teams. Get rid of that. All right. A little bit more relaxed here. How about Daryl Hamilton here? Takes 0.2. All right. For second base, I'm going to go with Eric Young. Well, actually, he only played like 4 games over there. Maybe I don't do that. I don't know. I'm going to go with Mark Loretta over here, though. Yeah. So far, I've got a full Brewer grid going. I don't think anyone will work there. Jeremy Burnett's hit 30 home runs a number of times and played for the Mets, but that's not what this does. Um, let's see. So this is an interesting one because this does not have to be in the same season. So my mind goes 30-30, but Brady Anderson would work. Brady Anderson never went 30-30, but he actually went 50 and 50. Just as an example. Henry Aaron he also went 30-30. So so the best option would be because I think fans have a decent idea on the various 30-30 players. So somebody who had one or the other, but not in the same year. Reggie Sanders, for example, I think would work here. Pretty sure. Let's see. Any shortstop 30 stolen base season. Maury Wills is going to be very popular there. I assume Bert Campaneris will be pretty popular. Jason Bartlett in 2009, I think, had a 30 stolen base season, like exactly 30 stolen bases. There's definitely others. There's a lot of others. That's the one I'm going to go with, though. All right. Keeping it pretty low so far. I think this one will blow up the rarity score a little bit. Anybody I'm still holding off on playing this one. I can definitely see the hilarity if Eric Young plays 4 games but played left field or something. All right. Anybody who ever played second base in any game at any point and hit 30 home runs. This is so I mentioned that Cardinals series. This is a little bit of a segue. I mentioned that Cardinals series that we went to, my family went to each game in late 1998 while McGwire was chasing the home run record. Same series I got to meet Jeremy Burnitz. And the reason I bring it up is I could have sworn, but I've gone back and looked, and maybe this was just a scoreboard error. And it wouldn't even work here. But I could have sworn that Mark McGwire was listed as the second baseman on the scoreboard. And then like didn't because it was an away game for the Cardinals. He didn't take the field at second base. He just was listed as the second baseman, and Delino DeShields was listed as the first baseman or something like that. And then the next inning flipped, and I think it was back-to-back games that I saw this, and I thought it was just Tony La Russa being Tony La Russa and being a little out there. And just being like, yeah, I'll write them in, but then I'll switch their positions or something like that. So McGwire gets credit as a second baseman. Anyway, no, the answer is Mark McGwire never played second base. I'm pretty confident in that. I just distinctly remember seeing that, but I don't have any way of verifying it. So, um, anyway, who has hit 30 home runs and at some point played second base? Again, Jay Bell is a good answer. Jeff Kent will work. Robinson Cano is who I picked already. We've got Davey Johnson in 1973. Let's see. Who else? Who else? Who else? I'm just going through lineups. I mean, second base, not typically a big homer position, but then the question is, did anyone rotate around a little bit and sneak a 30 homer season in there? Jose Ramirez would be an interesting pick, mainly a third baseman, but he's played a fair amount of second base for Cleveland. Um, for 30 home runs for the Mets, I think I'm going to go with Gilkey. Takes a full percent. Frank Thomas might have been better there. Brett Boone, of course, works. What I'm trying to think of is somebody who's Mookie Betts would be an interesting pick, but I think because he they said he was going to be the regular second baseman. Now they're saying he's going to be the regular shortstop, so he actually would have worked here too. Um, I think that's going to be a little bit more popular. Um, Brandon Phillips will work. He went 30-31 season. And I'm still trying to think of someone who went 30-30, but not in the same year. Reggie Sanders is the name coming to mind. I think he works. Um, I'm mostly just trying to think of who might have played just a little second base, then moved positions, and then hit over 30 home runs. I want to say Matt Carpenter might work. That'd be a pick. Hornsby will work, of course. That I think will be too popular. Rich will work. I don't know how popular that's going to be. Hit exactly 30 home runs once. Played a lot of. He actually would have also worked here. I'm not coming up with what I'm looking for, which is so like I don't know, Dante Bichette. Did he ever play second base? Did Larry Walker ever play a game at second base? Did Bryce Harper? No, Bryce Harper never would have played there. I've just sort of Dan Ugla is going to be I think a decent one, single digits probably. Gritch, I mean Angels fans are going to know Gritch, as will Baltimore fans, longtime Baltimore and Angels fans. He just did it the one time though. Matt Carpenter is interesting because I don't think he did it as a second baseman, but I think he played a fair amount of second base. Um, I really should. I mean, let's think of some Brewers. Did any Brewers at some point hit 30 home runs after playing some second base? And I'm not coming up with anyone there either. Um, I don't know, maybe Adames? Wouldn't surprise me if Adames had hit 30 home runs. I played a little bit of second base. He's definitely hit over 30 home runs before. All right. I've wrestled with this one enough. I'm going Gritch. Almost a full percent. There were definitely better ones. All right. And then 30-30, but not necessarily in the same year. Let's go Reggie Sanders. 0.2. So any Mets shortstop ever. Ray Ordonez, Kaz Matsui are some names. Um, was Mendoza of Mendoza line fame. I know he played for the Mariners. Did he play for the Mets? Yeah, actually, I don't know about that. Howard Johnson was mainly a third baseman who played some shortstop. Um, can't even think of who the primary shortstop was on the 86 Mets or the 69 Mets for that matter. All right. Let's go Kaz Matsui. 1%. I'm gonna take I'm trying to think if I'm gonna take a gamble on Eric Young. Primarily a second baseman. I know he played like 4 games for the Rangers. Nice. 0.4. And to round it out, someone who has stolen 30 bases in the storied history of the Texas Rangers franchise. How about Tom Goodwin? I don't know about Obi McDowell, so let's go Tom Goodwin. I feel pretty confident on that one. There we go. Rarity score of 7, with Goodwin taking 3%. 1, 1, 3, and scattered. That's decent. 17 choices. 65% divided 16 ways comes out to an average of about 4%. So after the most obvious one of, I would say Andrews, and then Kinsler is probably up there too. Obviously, he's also the most famous second baseman. Nolan Ryan up here. Alex Rodriguez taking the most. That's interesting. I think he only stole 30 bases once. He stole over 40 in 1998. Cunha is not a surprise. Kent's not a surprise. Okay. Well, this was fun, as it always is. Thanks so much for playing along with me and watching these videos. Again, I think subscribing helps, but I mean, this channel isn't monetized or anything like that. I just appreciate all the comments and everyone tuning in. So I guess share with your friends if you want, but no pressure. You all have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll be back at it later. Peace.